G'day and welcome back to the last day of OCE Championship League play. I have to say, what an incredible series. That last one, absolutely insane is what I'm trying to say.
Can't get the words out.
Yeah, it was pretty good, yeah. Oh, okay, the Cynicist yummy always. Always good to see. Right now, we have Tainted Minds and Order. We've just seen Tainted Minds come hot off the press, playing absolutely insane and having a chance at an undefeated run.
I feel bad for Order. Like, that's just straight off. That's where it goes. That was a crazy performance there by Tainted Minds. They've defeated the record of Chiefs coming through. They're going for the perfect run, and now Order.
Well, Order I know last week when they were up against SYF, they were like, we got to win that series because we know last week will be hard. And then when they lost that, they're like, we can still do it. But against Tainted Minds like that, it is very, very difficult.
Especially when they're already struggling with like the mental game of it. They lost 5 back-to-back overtimes in the league so far. So I don't think if the pressure gets on, they're in the great spot.
It's such a tough spot because they have been super nervous. And that is in matches where they're like, okay, we need to win. This is the match that they 100% need to win to be able to guarantee themselves. And it doesn't even guarantee them if they win this.
Well, I love it how it's pivoted, though. At the start of the season, everyone's like, oh, it's all about the Chiefs going undefeated. And now, right now, on the last day of league play, everyone's asking about Tainted Minds right now. It's insane.
See, Order had like the baby version of that in the beginning of the season where it's like, Order are amazing. They went 7-0. They lost 2 games. They went 21-2. They're going to beat everyone.
There was a lot of buzz around Order, and I think it's been a very disappointing series. They've had a lot of nerves, a lot of failures. SYF, Avant Gaming, who are now 8th. They were their only team that Avant beat, which is really harsh. That was first week, and I have to feel for Dumbo.
He's been so close every single time.
He's been in the top 4 every single season. He has to win the next 2 series to get into the top 4. And he's even been 1 game away 3 times from the World Championship. Now he's in the spot where he might not even get to the final.
The beauty of that, though, is it was either CJ or Express that knocked him out of the top 2 every time, and now they're together, so they knock him out of the top 4.
The beauty of that. you love misery.
I just feed off it like you do, Yummy. You like pass it down the desk. We'll corrupt Wolfie eventually.
So we saw Tainted Minds play so fast in that last matchup. I mean, in my head, I don't exactly see Order being able to keep up with that at all. And going into this matchup here, Order must be quaking in their boots because their back's up against the wall. And it's very important for them to win this.
Luckily for Order, they do have that speed as individuals. All 3 of them are able to play fast, especially Jules and Zen. 2 of the faster players. They haven't brought that. I think nerves have really got to them there, but they have the ability to play up against Tainted.
Well, I think the big thing for me is whilst they may have all that ability, we've never seen some real serious cohesion all the way through. It's been a case of like individually, they've all been great, but I think collectively they've been worse than the sum of their parts. Like if you look at last season's stats, all of them have done worse, except for Zen.
That's going to happen when you fall down the ladder. Losing series just simply reduces your stats, and it's a very harsh view for Order, though, as when they came together, we didn't even have much hope, or I didn't have much hope of their ability to play together, and there's been moments of greatness, but they've never strung it.
Well, Yummy, speaking of hope now, if you had to choose between the 2, Tainted Minds or Order, tell us your pick.
I have no hope. I'm not a dreamer. I'm not a believer. It's Tainted Minds all the way. They're going to go for the undefeated season.
No, I'm with him 100% of the way. Pandora's Box is not hope. It's just demons all the way down, and it's just...
I'm going to agree with you there. I think Tainted Minds are going to take this one out. Just from what we saw last game, I reckon they're going to make it and make it an undefeated run in league play, which is out of the question for Tainted Minds earlier in the season.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't out of the question, but it was a big surprise. They came through with a big shuffle. They found a new roster. They changed their playstyle. All things that aren't conducive to a big season, but they have managed to pull it off.
Well, a huge congratulations to them for the last series, but it's now whether or not they can continue the victory. Tainted Minds taking on Order.
Well, the good start there, they actually got to touch the ball first, potentially build some pressure before it was turned right back on them, and they're stuck in their half.
Express with a quick center. CJ jumping straight into offense. You see their old teammate Jules as well trying to clear it out. Tainted Minds peppering the backboard, keeping the pressure going. Dumbo trying to clear it out, getting a nice little touch. CJ with a great challenge. Now Jules taking a little pot shot. Shady's missed it. It's sitting in front of net. Order could have had a chance right there.
He did get the floor of demo, though, so they have an opportunity to turn this into a pressure play as long as Shady doesn't get too much control.
Shady Had a little bit of an attempt. Now Jules gets a free shot. CJ with the quick defense. Dumbo, again, order, keeping the good pressure on. You see Shady getting the block out now. Express taking his shot. It's wide open, but no. Dumbo is there. Tainted Minds keeping it, keeping the pressure on.
Yeah, Express doing a great job trying to break through the consistency coming out of Order. And the following demos are something that's really going to disrupt the already struggling sets of Order's rotations.
Dumbo getting a free clear. Now Jules, he's up for it, gets the touch. Order's chance is here. Zen staying aggressive. Dumbo with the shot. No, he goes for the backboard play instead. Double commit from Tainted Minds. Last one is CJ. Good little challenge. Zen has a bit of time. Good to recognize it. Takes a free shot. CJ's up for it. Gets a bump into center. Now Jules trying to whack it on this backboard. Can something happen for Order here? Can they make the upset? The pass over to Jules. Bit of a corner, nothing much happening.
The strange thing for me here is it seems like Order has a lot more control than Tainted Minds. Like, possession has gone their way. I mean, Caster's Curse right there that he finally breaks through. CJ finally getting onto the board, and it's clean from him.
Oh, wow, there's so much control, and then, oh, nope, goes straight in their net. Tainted Minds with a quick lead. CJ with a bit of a cheeky shot.
It's interesting, because we look back over the Chiefs and Tainted Mind games. Chiefs had a lot of possession, even against Tainted Minds, despite the fact they lost. And here we're seeing another example where Order is somehow pulling possession, but Tainted Minds gets the first goal.
It's coming straight from the overcommit. Now Order trying to retaliate. Zen pitching it away. Now Jules actually walking back. This could be a second goal. No, unfortunately not. Order in a bit of a tight spot right now. Tainted Minds sitting pretty. CJ on the backboard. Where's the follow-up? Shady decides to turn around and actually go now for a backboard play. Can he continue it? No, he's just gone for the boost instead. Tainted Minds are trying to make something work, keeping these center passing plays. The momentum is keeping them alive right now. Zen with a cheeky little air dribble. Couldn't quite make it though. Stuck in the corner. Tainted Minds trying to clear it out. Jules on the backboard. Can he make something happen? Ooh, very close. Order still have the chance. Now Zen's up for it. It's on the backboard, but CJ's ready.
Yeah, Tainted Minds had great backboard defense previously in the game before, and now they're managing to maintain it. So if Order keeps going for those shots, they're not going to break through. They're just going to pass it over to a big clear.
Dumbo. Free pass. Jules challenging in midair. Tainted Minds keeping it in Order's half, making them not get anywhere near comfortable. Shady in the back lines, waiting for his teammate CJ to do something. It's a pass, center. Express is there. You see how ready Tainted Minds are. They've always got the third man there for the offensive.
Yeah, but Order having that third man there for that rear post defense, allowing them to take it back into the midfield and not concede another goal.
Dumbo on the back lines. Gets a touch up. Goes for the roof play, actually. Works out really well. Now Express has control. Pushes it over Zen. Jules is there to receive it. Order trying to maintain their pressure here. Zen way into center, but it's just being passed over to Tainted Minds. There's no infield passing. There's no multifaceted gameplay going on for Order. And it might actually work out though, but Jules finishes it off.
Yeah, it must be a good feeling for Jules, right? He's just seen Tainted Minds take down Chiefs. He's going up against CJ, who the ball came off of, that he got the goal against.
I'll tell you right now, I thought that was going to be cleared out from Tainted Minds. I thought it was a little bit scrappy in offense, but it seems to work out for Order. CJ couldn't quite get the clear. Tainted Minds, it is 1-1, going from one insane matchup to another. And Order are playing very consistent right now as it sits very close to net. Tainted Minds touching it up, trying to make these opportunities count. Order, Shady takes a shot.
Good position there by Shady.
Zen, good positioning from him as well. Now the free shot from Express. Tainted Minds make their mark.
This is what we expect more from Tainted Minds, starting to build those pressure plays, locking you into that half. So whether or not the shots can come from Order, trying to break out, they're going to get taken.
Well, the big thing to notice here is those bumps and demos are coming out for Tainted Minds because they realize that, yes, they can play clean gameplay, but if they're not interrupting their opposition, then nothing can come of it. So that bump there allowed Tainted Minds to have a free net and finish it off. Now
Homage to the old Dark Side days.
That's right, the old demos and bumps. As we both know, they work out so well. Tainted Minds, pass to Express. It's on the backboard, cleared away by Zen. Dumbo on the wall as well. Now CJ to receive it. Pass over to Express, the positioning is there. Express, can he get a second touch? No. Zen to Dumbo, the shot on. CJ with a good recognition to go back for that one. Couldn't quite get the touch. Now the finish off by Zen, it's even.
Yeah, good read there by Zen. Not only going for that cheat forward, realizing there's potential, manages to still steal the boost if he wants to go for that follow-up, but a great read off the roof.
Wow, you see Express as well trying to scramble back, trying to save his teammate there, give him a little bit of respite. Tainted Minds looking as nervous as they were last matchup. It's yet to be seen what will come of it. Order, if they could make an upset here, could shake things up, and Jules wants that upset to happen.
Is there transitive properties of this? You know, if Order beats Tainted Minds, can they claim the win against Chiefs? Is this how this works?
That's exactly how it works,
100%, right.
100% how it works. If you beat the team that beats Chiefs, you are therefore better than the Chiefs.
Yep.
Heard it here first. Shady wants to make something happen for Tainted Minds. CJ now cheats up. 2 defenders gone from Order, but the bumps actually work out in Order's favor. Express on the sidelines. Center ball. CJ has a bit of control, but Dumbo's there to challenge it. The aerial dribble, this could work out. CJ tries to go for it, but Order is so ready on defense.
And they only have to hold out for 14 seconds. That great pass there has built them so much time because Tainted Minds have to get back possession and then push up the pitch for the equalize.
CJ wanted that boost in the corner. Didn't quite spawn for him though. Now Shady, but it gets interrupted. I think this first game is going to Order, but it's sitting up in the air. Can Tainted Minds do something? No, they can't. Order have won the first game.
This is a big deal for them. After having a really lackluster league play after such an amazing qualifier, redeeming themselves against Tainted Minds after that big win is worth like bonus points mentally.
I honestly thought Order were going to fizzle out because we saw and we had such high hopes at the start, and then they didn't get the results that we expected of them. And now coming into this matchup against Tainted Minds and taking the first game, yes, it was a 3-2 in a very close game, but Tainted Minds, as they just beat Chiefs, so they're playing that fast gameplay. And then for Order to come in and actually play the same, if not a little bit better than we're used to seeing them at all, it's really good to see.
Yeah, it's really strange. So, like, there's nothing that Order actually has in their back pocket. Like, if you look at the stats, they don't have it. If you look at cohesion, they don't have it. If you look at like roster length, they don't have the RLCS experience. There's nothing that they really have as an advantage over the Tainted Minds roster. So the fact they can pull this ahead means we have to be looking at Tainted Minds to see where they've kind of dropped the ball versus where they were against Chiefs.
Well, I really like how Order are playing right now. They're playing those midfield passes, which are a huge deal, you know, those team plays, and we can see it really happening and unfolding in front of our eyes. And it's a team that essentially we haven't seen for the rest of league play, and it's a little bit sad to see it so late in league play. But it's good to see them up against Tainted Minds, and as we just saw then, taking it to Tainted Minds.
I mean, they still have top 4 potential. So as long as they do have a great showing here, they actually have a fair chance at making it all the way into next week.
Well, Order are the ones who have all the pressure. The results depend on this matchup. Tainted Minds are sitting pretty going into the finals next week. Now Express, bumping it away. Jules to the Zen, and a shot. What a boomer.
They are going to have that mental strength going forward. An absolute banger coming out of Zen and Jules' past play, allowing them to just break on through.
I was talking about those team plays, Korea, and the fact that we haven't seen these clean gameplay before. Order have really stepped up today.
That's a great reason to have Jules on your team. I know he cops a lot of flack from some of his ex-teammates, but the way he works is like a cohesive unit. He's very supportive, and he's a player you can add in there to help build those plays, your passes and such.
Tainted Minds wanting to get this out, but Zen says no, making it a 2-0 lead to Order.
This is really unexpected. They must be so excited. I wish I had like a Zen cam right now, because he just goes absolutely nuts and starts screaming.
I am very impressed by Order right now. Yes, Tainted Minds aren't doing too much in defense, but for Order to have the ability to recognize that and abuse that fact and get those free goals, it's really impressive. Now Express clearing it away. Tainted Minds have to get something done here. CJ to Express. You see Shady's going up for it. The double commit. Can Express turn around? No, CJ goes in instead. Dumbo cleared it right away, getting into the Tainted Minds half.
Yeah, saving them from that double commit from the rear post was critical, otherwise they'd be stuck.
You saw Jules as well try and go for that double touch. Really good to see. What a touch from Zen. Tries to doink it straight into the net. Can't quite make anything happen, but the pressure is unrelenting. Jules now challenging away. Order wanting to make a third goal happen, cement their place, and getting this second game here. Dumbo challenges away. Express doesn't quite get the touch he wanted. Zen grabs the boost and is able to push it towards center. Shady
running donuts. Full set of donuts.
Full set of donuts, and Dumbo makes sure to put Order well above Tainted Minds.
It's feeling pretty one-sided here. Order doing such a great performance working together. They're beating them to the air. They're pulling out way too many challenges over Tainted Minds. It feels like Tainted Minds isn't matching the pace of Order this time.
I think Tainted Minds came out of the Chiefs matchup and went, ooh, wow, we can have a bit of a breather, like a breath of respite, sorry, or a breath of fresh air. And they said, oh, we could take a little bit of time here, but Order say, no, we are the competition. We are the ones to go up against because we can play fast, if not faster than the Chiefs and you. We see it right here. Order with a 3-0 lead so far. Shady trying to push it into center. Tainted Minds going to walk away from this game. Dumbo, up he goes. Express with a free shot, and you see Jules, how fast he was to get to that ball.
Yeah, he's the player that really just fills all the gaps in their plan. Whenever anything goes wrong, you can expect Jules to come forward.
You see as well, Dumbo took a nice little clean shot. Again, trying to make a second one. CJ with a banger of a wall clear.
Give him some breathing room.
Shady trying to challenge Zen. He grabs the boost. Kind of goes back a little bit. Express turned around a little bit awkwardly. CJ's up for it. The passing plays, Tainted Minds return the shots from Order. I don't think they can so far.
Once again, the intercept came through right. We're seeing Order once again beating Tainted Minds to the ball. This is not what you expect. Short passes are their forte.
CJ, he's in the front lines. Trying to get up in Jules' business. Order pushing it away. Now Jules gets it in the air, gets the flip reset. Nothing can come of this, but Zen is able to make sure something can. Can Order make it a 4-0 lead? They were very close right there. Express trying to touch it over to Shady. He gets challenged by Zen. It's sitting in the midfield. Order not wanting to get rid of this lead. Tainted Minds having to push forward and keep the offensive pressure. You see Express get a bit of a free shot.
Yeah, and Jules once again in that defensive position, allowing them to break through, but not enough as CJ finds the opening top left.
This could be the start of Tainted Minds' comeback in the second game of this series. You see Jules challenging away, but a beautiful challenge by Shady, and CJ was right there, so fast and so ready.
That's the follow-up we expect from Tainted Minds. As soon as an opening is there, you normally expect CJ to just gun it and immediately get the first touch.
Yeah, if the ball's sitting in front of net, you expect a player from Tainted Minds to challenge it. Tainted Minds gets demoed away. No more Express on the field. Jules. Zen actually pushing it away, and the shot on from Shady. Tainted Minds are well back into this game.
Oh, with that 1-goal lead is not going to be enough to feel safe anymore. But it's like Shady has come back. He's got those great angles from the previous match. We're seeing him from the other corner as well. Having that bilateral shots is really going to be useful going through the rest of the day.
It's a really smart play, sticking right with the ball, making sure to not let any of the pressure go. Express wanting to make it a 3-all. He almost gets something with that little air dribble. Now Shady and CJ to follow. He backs off instead. Dumbo clearing it away. Gets to the touch to the side. Now CJ recognizes he has some space, but Jules with a great challenge. It's over the top. Shady's the last one there. Tainted Minds feeling the pressure. 1:18 to go. Need 1 goal. Order just have to cling on to this lead or possibly make some extra room for them.
Well, I think when you go against Tainted Minds, you don't want to be patient and give them the breathing room to try buy time. You need to get back in their face because that's where they want to be. They want to be in yours.
It's a very different game when you're playing to win compared to playing not to lose. And I think Tainted Minds are trying to win it here. Express bumped up. Order wanting to finish it out. Dumbo pass to Jules, the shot on. Very close, the good opportunity from Order. Now CJ to retaliate. Can he make something happen? No. Zen is ready in defense, the pass, but no shot from center.
Yeah, Shady was there, ready to pass it over to Express, but he just wasn't in position, so that really big, sharp, hard pass we're expecting to come from them just didn't come out.
They can't let those opportunities go. Now CJ passing it on the backboard. Express is up for it. Order scrambling in defense. Tainted Minds trying to finish it off. Shady. Express bullying the defense. Now Zen, he's made 2 goals this game. Can he make a third? No, gets challenged away by Express. Jules bumps it up. Follow up from Jules, nothing there. CJ, bump down. Express is up for it. 10 seconds to go. Can Zen finish it off for Order? No. 6 seconds. Order could be taking this to a 3-0 possible lead with a 2-0 lead right here. Express bumps it up. Tainted Minds, this is their last chance, their last legs. Dumbo's up for it, and I think it's going down. Order, they are 2-0 up in this series.
That's triple match point.
That is triple match point, Courier. I am honestly so impressed by Order right now. Tainted Minds, we saw them play so fast and so well last series, but I feel like they're missing that X factor.
They definitely are. The X factor, I think, was when they just go guns blazing. They start that really strong offense. We had moments where Order had, I think they had 3 back-to-back double commits in defense where they both went up for the ball, where there was no follow-up punish from Tainted Minds. And typically, I'd be worried about Tainted Minds being too aggressive and already being there and being like too far forward. In this case, they just weren't there at all.
Well, what I'm missing, or what I'm not seeing from Tainted Minds, is there's no sting, right? You know when you see a player go up for a backboard shot, and usually you're like, oh, this is going to be a goal, I can't do anything about it. Instead, you see Order being able to take a bit of breathing room and be like, oh, they're just going to miss it, it's okay, you know, it's going to go to the side, or nothing is quite going to come of it. And the only goals that happened were from 2 kind of solo plays that weren't exactly, you know, coming from a passing play or anything from Tainted Minds. It came out of the mistakes from Order.
Yeah, it's like an inversion of expectation, right? You have CJ, who is one of the best goal shooters in the region, potentially the world, and we have him in a situation where he doesn't feel as threatening in this match, which is really odd. And then you look at Order's roster, and you have a situation where normally I'd be like, they don't have a whole lot of bully potential.
Yeah.
I mean, the Zen's there.
Well, we've seen Zen, like, you know, play out of his mind recently, and it's a very different Tainted Minds, literally from the last series, from playing up against Chiefs, and it's very scary because if they want to make sure that they get the highest seed possible, Tainted Minds need to step it up right now. Order with the 2-0 lead, Tainted Minds needing to claw back into this matchup. Jules trying to make a quick goal happen for his team, and he does. Order, it's looking like the last game.
Yep, beat them for the first touch, beat them to the second touch, and then beat them to the goals. That is just massively outpacing Tainted Minds.
Order playing so fast right now, and I'm loving it. We never saw this in all of League play. And if any day is to step up, today is the day.
It's an awkward time to have a master plan unveiled. I mean, pretty risky, but if it works, it works.
Well, if they can make it into the 3rd or 4th position and hopefully make something happen in the finals week, we'll see it soon enough. Now Zen touching away. Shady sitting in the sidelines. Zen, can he get the double touch? He does. Nothing quite there, but Dumbo, you see he's fast. He's quick to the ball. And now Order, it's sitting in front of net. Dumbo fakes it away. No, the miscommunication from Order. No shots happen.
At least they still have possession, though. They're still pushed into the half. The fact that Tainted Minds may have got a little bit of boost, but they haven't broken out, and it's in an awkward position.
Shady booms it away. Express now. He's got the backboard. Can he get the double touch? No, Dumbo gets the clear instead. It's sitting in the corner now. This is the opportunity for Order. Zen bumped up. Jules touched away, trying to make something happen. It's on the backboard. These backboard plays. The pass is out of defense from Tainted Minds. Working a little bit too well, but they are 1-0 down, Korea. They have to make it back. Now CJ gets a shot, but there's already one in net.
Yeah, straight on as well. Right out where he was already sitting. He'd parked the bus looking out, and CJ just gave it straight to him.
He parked the bus indeed. CJ trying to get to this, but Jules is the last one. Sorry, the first one for Order, and the last one in defense for Tainted Minds. The challenge is away. There's always someone from Order going for this ball, and it's so good to see.
Yeah, they just got the demo, and now we're still seeing Tainted Minds struggle to break out of their half. Order sits on that lead. They could be 3-0ing Tainted Minds after they just beat Chiefs.
Order with a 1-0 lead, but there is still 3 minutes and 30 seconds. The passing play, the shot on from Zen. So reminiscent of last series. Last game, sorry, not last series. Now Zen touching it away. Shady is the last one there. Can he do it? He does. Tainted Minds have evened this matchup.
Okay, back to expectations. Tainted Minds need to continue this on. Fast play is good, but Shady cheating forward is something I expect more of. Not necessarily from Shady. He's probably the one I'd least likely expect to be in that position.
No,
but the fact someone there, I'm happy.
We've seen Shady before be in those aggressive positions, and you know he got that solo goal last game just because he stuck with the ball. And if Tainted Minds can continue this in the second half of the match, they might start their comeback. CJ with some great individual skill. Shady doesn't quite get the touch there. Now Express. Feels a little bit bad. Now Shady away. Jules passing to his teammates, but it's a bit of an awkward pass back. Both these teams kind of taking their time to get these passing plays started. Shady touched up. Jules trying to bang it away. Order, no one in defense. Now Dumbo is the last one. Express tried to take a quick little pot shot. Now Shady, the challenge. It's sitting in front of net. Can Tainted Minds do this? Express is the last one. He's also the first one to the ball. Now Express over to the side. Dumbo goes up for it. Doesn't quite get the touch. Jules trying to backboard play this one here. Shady onto the side. CJ, Dumbo. You see the challenges from Tainted Minds. We didn't see this in the previous matches. The free shot from Order. You see those middle passing plays still happening. CJ trying to make something happen now, but it goes back to Dumbo.
And then we're seeing more cases, again, where Order are getting it right over their heads. They're getting the little pops. They're winning those 50-50s and putting Tainted Minds in an awkward position. I want to see more of those passes that we know Tainted Minds for.
The challenges from Tainted Minds, they are keeping this pressure that we have not seen this entire series. CJ Express bumps out Jules, or demos him, sorry. Dumbo, away to the side, Shady, into center. CJ with the shot, and Tainted Minds have taken the lead.
What a great setup as well, just gently putting it there, allowing CJ to come forward and finish it off. And what a shot, though.
That was a really nice touch, and it was a great play from Tainted Minds. Yes, Order's defense was a bit all over the place, and Tainted Minds made quick work of that, which is something we haven't seen in the first 2 games of this series. But Order are not out of it yet. They've been very fast. Now CJ might make it a 3-1. Top bins and out. Oh, what a disaster.
I mean, it was completely open as well. You had the time. You could have been a little bit patient. And CJ out of anyone hits that 9 times out of 10 at least.
Well, that's the one time that you never like to see. Order breathing a sigh of relief after that. Now Shady with the demo. Dumbo is out of the play. Jules is the last one. A great save. CJ with the shot. The double commit from Tainted Minds. CJ is the last one. Now Jules, he can't quite get the dribble. The interruption, no. CJ with a great defensive clear.
Yeah, manages to get the dodge as well. We saw Order going through that for the bump, or just over the head. The follow-up coming out though. Second opportunity, third opportunity, interrupted, but the pressure continues. Another touch on the backboard. That is the shot goes in. Dumbo takes it away and equalizes as well.
Dumbo with a beautiful finisher. Tainted Minds and Order, they are stuck in the ruck. There was no one to get out of there. No pressure left from Order. They managed to make it in that last little second there. Tainted Minds just falling short. Order have evened this 3rd game up.
Oh, they are so hungry for it. You can just see they want to close this out. And Tainted Minds, they've got 3 game points. So if they don't finish this out quickly, they need to have that stalwart defense holding out for the rest of the match.
Shady and CJ trying to make quick work of Order's defense. Shady bumps it away. Express is on the wall. Can he get a touch? The 0 boost plays. CJ's up for it. He can't quite get the touch that he wanted. Now Shady trying to interrupt Zen. Zen over to Dumbo. The shot, it's a little bit short. The pass across. You see the awareness, the positioning, the communication. It's all working as a cohesive unit. Tainted Minds and Order with 12 seconds left. I think we're going to be looking at a game overtime here. A game 3 overtime. Tainted Minds and Order, this is as tight as it's ever going to get. 3 seconds to go. Order could still make a quick shot here. It's on the backboard. 0 seconds left. CJ dumps it to the ground. It is overtime, Courier.
This is nuts. Order has done such a phenomenal job. This is the team we're expecting to see all through the league play. And now we have Tainted Minds on the edge of their seats as the audience is as well.
Well, Tainted Minds trying to get a free shot. No, but Jules is in defense. CJ. Express over to Shady. This is Order's chance. There is one person in defense. Dumbo just gets a touch away to the side. Can't quite get the pass he wanted. Now Zen. Jules actually turned around. If Jules was front facing, he could have taken a quick shot and finished this. 30 seconds into overtime. Zen touched away. Jules over to the side. Express. He has some ball control. It's Zen. Express with a great challenge, beats out 2 defenders. Dumbo's the last one, manages to make it work. CJ over to Shady. There's no one in defense. I am wrong. Zen over to the side. Order. This is their chance. This is their one shot that they have. Express. Jules with some good positioning, rotating back, getting to where he needs to be. It's been a minute of overtime, Courier, and there is no respite on either side.
Yeah, Tainted Minds have had so much control with Order managing to hold back so many consecutive shots this game. It's whether or not they can continue to hold and build up the opportunity like this one here in the nick of time, though. Express pops it up and gives them some safety.
What a save, but the pressure is not out yet. You see Zen go up for it. Shady now booms it. This could be the goal. It is. Shady. Tainted Minds are back in this series.
Oh, man, they drew them out so gently. The net, the bait, and the line were all cast as they pulled the line out from under them. Wow, that didn't go anywhere.
Hey, I liked it, all right?
I'm too excited for Order.
Tainted Minds have come back into this matchup, but we saw from that game a lot of the pressure was from Order, and it was the fact that Tainted Minds could finally get that clear and actually made the opportunity work. And it was only that one or very few opportunities that they allowed to happen, essentially. So it means that Order was so stuck in offense that they couldn't quite get it into the net itself.
It's a weird place when you're unhappy being stuck in offense. Like, oh, this is awful.
Well, it's like, you kind of, as we saw from one of those goals, or I think it was that the second last goal of that match, and it was everyone was scrambling in the front of net, and it was all kind of like, we're clearing it. No, it's staying in front of net. Someone clear it out, and it felt like, in like generic soccer when it's just stuck right in front of the goal, and everyone's just kind of scrambling in there. And it was really exciting to watch that series unfold, and I think that right now Tainted Minds have a good shot at coming back into this, but they need to take a moment, take a breath, and really just relax, because if they played like how they played against the Chiefs, they will easily be able to cruise into the next 2 games and take it out as a 5-game series.
Because it is a mental reset they need to do. Like, we know they have the mechanics. They literally showed it to us like 10 minutes ago.
A little bit longer than that because of that overtime.
That's true.
You're right. Very, very soon, yeah.
Yeah, so they should be able to do it, and especially off the back of the game, you'd think they'd be able to follow it through against a team like Order, who have been struggling the whole season. Despite the fact they are playing well, it hasn't been like Chiefs well.
Yeah, well, I'm very impressed by the way that Order are playing because, I said it earlier in this match, but I haven't seen them play as well as they have today, and it might be a little bit too little too late, because if Tainted Minds can come back into this match and then, bring it to 5 games, I'll be quaking in my boots if I was Order right now.
I'd feel bad for Dumbo. Like, my heart would bleed. It's like, well, again.
I think, and they need to take this the right way, but it's managing those expectations, Korea. Because if you're going up against a team who right now is sitting undefeated in league play and have, well, I mean, obviously, their backs are up against the wall, essentially, but you're up against a team that hasn't lost a match yet. It is a very scary position when you need to win this match to make it into the finals week.
And we can see that with the other times, right? They lost 5 in a row. They obviously are not dealing particularly well with pressure, and past trends dictate that these players also struggle with it. So maybe they've fixed it for this week? Not optimistic.
Order wanting to close out this series and make their way and make their mark into the finals week. Tainted Minds want to go undefeated and have to win 2 games here. Order trying to clear it out of defense. CJ, the pressure is on for Tainted Minds. Zen, the challenge by Shady in midair, didn't quite get there.
That's a double.
The double demo, but you saw Express. He was actually so ready for that.
That's the great thing about having Express. He's so consistent. You just kind of shove him in the midfield and say, fill every hole we need done, and you can play every role.
There you go. Now Shady challenging in midair. Express again, as fast as ever. Express has been around for the longest time. Now Shady, can he finish it off? No, Jules is ready for it. The scrambling defense from Order. Jules grabbing the boost, trying to allow his teammate to go and get that one. Express has the control. Shady is up for it. He tries to touch it away. CJ with the follow-up. This Tainted Minds roster, they are hunting. They want blood, Courier.
Scary moment there. Dumbo was incredibly close to the play and actually locked himself out for all 3 parts of it. It was only just coincidence that Jules could find a good pass, enabling them to break out.
Dumbo, now Jules, he's there to follow it up. Zen, CJ's the last man. It bounces down. It's in front of net. Jules can finish it off. Order take the quick lead.
Oh, the Jules Zen combo's coming out again and allowing them to take that lead, and gives them the opportunity to close out this game just by holding.
It was a really nice challenge from Zen in midair. He managed to get just that little bit above CJ to allow that challenge in midair to go their favor in order to get that goal. Tainted Minds not in the most comfortable position ever, but Express, can he do anything with it? No, Jules, it's a clear. Now Shady, he's up for it. Centered again. Now CJ takes a really nice shot. Express ready for the ball here. Zen sitting in net. You see him a little bit uncomfortable. Pushing out now. Has some control. Touches away. Shady bumps it up.
Zen is just running circles around them.
Trying to get it clear. Now Tainted Minds not looking too comfortable in defense. CJ on the wall. Now Express. Can he touch it away? He can. Jules is there to challenge. There's nothing quite happening for Tainted Minds. They need to make these passing plays, Korea. They have to make something happen.
Well, at least they have boost now, so the opportunity comes through, and when the miss like that comes out, you expect some follow-up, but it's not there again.
CJ, he's up for it. 3 minutes to go in this matchup. Express demos Jules. This is what they did last game to get those goals, and I think Express recognizes that that's the chance. CJ touches. Now Shady, he's on the wall, goes for the free shot himself. Very tough angle.
They're really working with that savior medal. The amount of pressure coming out of Tainted Minds. Order hasn't had any opportunities to go for a clear, I guess, until now.
Jules trying to make it on the backboard. Shady touched away. Zen challenging the ball, but you saw CJ be super fast to that one. There's one person in defense, and it's Jules. Can Express make something happen? No, Jules read that like a book. CJ gets challenged away. Shady touched into center. Pass across from CJ. Jules needs to be fast to this one. He is. CJ as well. Now Zen off to the side. Shady, up he goes. The touch away, but it's over to Jules, the pass. This could be Order's game. This could be Order's series, Courier. Zen trying to keep this pressure. Pushing it a little bit forward. Can he make the touch happen? He does! What an insane show of skill.
And what's some great patience as well. He saw that Jules was coming from that right-hand side, and the only way that rear post could block it was straight towards Zen.
Oh.
He camped that position, realized he could make that run down the left-hand side, and using his mechanical skill, could just slot it away himself.
Well, it shows that Order can work as a cohesive unit and also as 3 individual players. Intense skill coming out from Order, and it's trumping Tainted Minds right now. Tainted Minds are on the clock with 2 goals that need to happen. The miss. Zen gets a shot, doesn't quite make it, tries to go for a double touch instead. Now Jules with the shot. Order, I think, have closed this one out.
Yeah, they saw that opening there. They may not have made the connection, but they made the scrambling Tainted Minds come out, open the net itself, and allowed Jules to take the freebie.
Wow, Tainted Minds. They have to change it up. They have to make these offensive plays happen because they're getting stuck in defense.
It's got to feel great for Jules, though, right? He's having an absolute show match for himself here. And he's going up against CJ, the man who's been going phenomenally since he left the other roster with
Jules has been all around in this match. He's been passing over to Zen, taking shots of his own, making those goals happen, and Tainted Minds really can't do anything for it. And I think, you know, that kind of friendly rivalry that they have being ex-teammates really does wonders for Jules. He must be riding that high right now. Dumbo, 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining in this matchup. Order looking so confident and so good right now. CJ off the back lines. You see Zen super fast. 1 minute remaining. Tainted Minds are looking shaky. Shady trying to touch this ball away. Can't quite get to it. Express takes control now. Order, the good challenge. Jules and Zen. They are there. Dumbo in the back lines, ready for this defense. Turning around.
I appreciate the fact that Tainted Minds are trying to look for those passes, but when you've only got 40 seconds left on the clock, you're 3 goals down, that's when you have to take risks. You just got to go fast and just hope, because you don't have time to drag it out.
Well, you have to go all out, but I think Order are playing too clean right now, and the passing plays. Jules gets a beautiful shot off the side.
They've locked them out. That's it, I reckon. 26 seconds left. Order has 3-1 Tainted Minds, and Tainted Minds just took down Chiefs. This might be enough to lock them into the top 4.
I think that it is said way too often, but that is the last nail in the coffin. Order have buried Tainted Minds in this matchup. It's looking like a 3-1 victory. Tainted Minds just beating Chiefs, but they're not being able to beat Order. And Jules, that's the last nail, all right?
That's 900 points.
That's
coming
insane.
in as one of the bottom 2 seeds against the top seed.
Well, you've consistently thought that Jules is one of the most underrated players in League play.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And he's showing his skills right here against a team such as Tainted Minds. And it looks like Order are going to feel pretty confident going into their next matchup. But Order with a great finish, and Tainted Minds, what an incredible showcase from them, beating out Chiefs, but then not quite making it up against Order. That was an incredible series, Courier. A 3-1 victory to Order. They've impressed me. I can see by your face they've impressed you. And I think that our special guest on the desk as well is fairly impressed right now. But wow, Jules really 910 points, as you said before. Incredible.
Yeah, 4 goals, 7 shots, 4 saves. What more do you want, right? I mean, assist would probably be phenomenal.
Well, you want the win, and they got it. They got that big W. Hello, Yummy.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm going really well.
You guys are excited.
Yummy, I want to hear your thoughts on that.
I think 910 points is the record for this season or ever in OCE. 910. Haven't quickly checked last week's results.
I think 800 was about one of the highest
870 by Siki in the first week, but this was a big series by Order. I was really impressed by Jules. Not only was he so good getting those goals in the last game, what I was really impressed was his ability to get those passes, to get those centers, to really bring that Tainted Minds last season playstyle into this team and set them up over and over again. It didn't even work out every single time, but they always put Tainted Minds, the new Tainted Minds, on the back foot. Yeah. So I guess to beat Tainted Minds, you just play like Tainted Minds.
That's it. That's the way to beat it. Just a mirror matchup, right?
You have to be. If you're CJ, you're kicking yourself. He had a miserable first game. The only reason that Order beat them, that Tainted Minds lost that first game, is CJ, in literally all 3 goals, he made a big defensive bluster, missing the ball or passing it out to his opponents. 3 goals. You don't, like, if it's one, you'd be like, yeah, sure, that happens. But all 3 goals. And then again, he did it in the second game as well. And that was a 1-goal game.
Yeah, and he's like the star player of the roster. I reckon that's safe to say, right?
Obviously not in defense.
Yeah, not in defense.
We've seen him make a few mistakes in defense across the season. Just a few.
But if it's at a pivotal moment, then it's really just not good to see.
Today was the big one. That was the big wake-up call, I think, for CJ.
I think definitely you saw the nerves coming out from both teams there, but especially, and I have to highlight it, and I don't really like doing this, but I think Shady felt very uncomfortable in those last 2 games there. You kind of saw him be a little bit out of position, and he wasn't quite getting the touches that he needed to get for his team to make the victory there, and it kind of showed because Order really kind of stepped all over Tainted Minds, especially in that last game there.
I just don't think they had the fire they normally have. Normally you see them get to the ball, they're super aggressive, and they're giving room to Order to breathe, and that's so bizarre. Normally your biggest problem is you don't have time to think because Tainted Minds is ramming them down your throat.
And Zen was the opposite. He really played well. He did what I kept asking him to do all season, which was just to play it plain and simple. Don't go insane. And then he just brings out 1 or 2 of them. He brings out that insane double touch in that final game.
Yeah.
And then he goes for a second one. And now that he's proven how good he is at them, all of the Tainted Minds defense, like, he's going to double touch it in. We just got to go. Oh, he didn't. Now it's open for Jules.
The passing plays between Jules and Zen was a huge highlight for me because you always saw that positioning, right? When you saw Jules on the wall ready to receive it, you could tell that Tainted Minds were instantly like, oh, we got to be scared because something can come of this. It was like, 130-kilometer bangers coming out from the midfield. It was insane.
And Zen had the patience, which I don't think he normally has. He's very likely to go forward. He can be quite a greedy player when he's playing with it, but we had moments where he'd stay off to the side, actively waiting to receive the shot from Jules rather than running forward to be part of the play.
Yeah. And now, Chiefs back into the one. They're the first seed. They've gone through. They have a much better game record overall than Tainted Minds. So even though they lost the head-to-head, their game differential is better. And Order, it turns out, for Dumbo to get into the top 4, season after season, he just needs to have his teammates do really well. I mean, even in that series, he's missing balls, but it always seems to end up in their favor. You know, you just whiff it, and your teammates know that that's happening, and your opponents have already backed off, and they're like, oh, goodness.
Something's happening, and then they're like, oh, no, nothing's happening. Wait, I'm so confused. What do I do here? Honestly, I am super impressed by the way that Order played that entire matchup, and, you know, props to Order for really finalizing that, and, you know, Jules and Zen, as we spoke about before. But the next matchup today is going to be Legacy versus Order, so if Order can come back and see it, that'll be an interesting match itself. So after a quick little 5-minute break, we'll be right back with you.